Welcome back. How are ya? Hope you're doing well. I'm going to be making some oatmeal cookies on this rainy day, perfect day to bake. So, in my bowl here, I have, can you see, 1 cup of unsalted butter and 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to add another 3/4 cup of just plain white sugar. Okay, and I'm just going to cream it together. This is delicious. I'm so craving it right now. Excuse my fat little fingers. It smells good. Okay, that's creamed together. I'm going to add 2 eggs that I always, if I remember, crack in a separate bowl. And I am going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of flour. Sorry, vanilla. I always add more. I always add more. That was probably more like 2. I just really love vanilla. Okay, I'm just going to mix that. So good. Okay, I'm just going to scrape it down. Perfect day for cookies or any kind of sweets. But I like cookies because, you know, you can kind of control how much you eat. Which, I don't know if control and eat really go in my vocabulary because I'm a big eater. I like to snack, I like to eat. I'm just going to put that on one more time just to make sure that egg is in there. Okay, I'm going to add 1.5 cups flour. That's 1. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm just going to mix it lightly. Yep, I have to remember that my flour likes to go all over the place. Starting to smell delicious. Okay, excuse me. Now I'm going to add in, this is why I like this, because I'd rather have oats. 3 cup oats. And here, I'd rather have more oats than flour. I know, I like oats. Okay, we're going to have 1 cup. Here's, oops, 2. Did a little less on the last cup because I have some right here that fell on the top. Okay, now I'm just gonna mix that. Just a little bit, not a lot. Okay, now the last ingredient is chopped pecans. You can do walnuts, you can even add chocolate chips. You can leave the pecans out if you'd like, but I love pecans. I love walnuts, the only nut I don't like are Brazil nuts, and I have to have that every day for my thyroid. But it's okay. So it calls for, where'd they go? I lost them. Excuse me. Chopped pecans. But I'm gonna give you one. But I love pecans so much that I just throw them in whole. The whole thing. Maybe not the whole thing. Let me open this bag a little bit more. I'm making a mess. Let me see how that goes. And I don't care if they break up, it's okay. Yep, I think I'm just gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna get you some. Okay, and I really don't mind if they break up. But I just put them in whole because most of the time they stay whole. And I just love biting into a cookie with a big piece of pecan or walnut. I do the same thing when I make cookies with walnuts. I just put them in whole. That's my favorite part, actually. So, and okay. I'm just going to let this sit here and just let the flavors come together for like 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put them on a pan. So, I'll be back. Okay, got my sheet pan all ready, and I use a medium scoop. And I just scoop it and scrape it against the bowl. And then sometimes it comes out like that, so I'll have to take it with my finger and go around the rim. And these are amazingly delicious cookies that I've changed up. Let me show you. The original recipe is from Pioneer Woman, and it's called Oatmeal Crispies. I've changed it up to be not so crispy but more chewy, and also cut down on the sugar. Because I like a chewy cookie instead of a crunchy cookie. But it's a great recipe, but I just like it chewy. So I just changed it up a little bit. Pretty much the way I do things, I guess, is I make the recipe. Well, no, that's not even true. I was gonna say I usually make the original recipe and then change it, but sometimes I change it the first time too. So okay, let me just get these on here and I'll put them in the oven and stop talking. How's everybody today? It's a nice rainy day here, which is good because I get to stay inside. Well, I don't have to stay in, but I choose to stay in. So I'm just going to put this one here. Can't wait to eat this. Okay. And this goes into, oops, now I forget the time. Oh, I'm sorry. 350-degree oven for 8 minutes. Oh, I cannot wait. Gonna be good. See you in 8 minutes. I just wanted to come on here. I actually changed more than the sugars. I cut the sugars down, and I changed the shortening to butter because I just like the taste of butter. And whenever you're baking, you usually want to use unsalted butter because, forgot what I was going to say. The butter makes it, if you use salted butter, it makes it kind of mushy. So you want to use unsalted butter when you're baking. So I cut down the sugar, and I changed the shortening to butter. I add a whole lot more pecans than she does. and I don't shop them, but other than that, it's basically the same. But and I will leave a pin with her information down below. And I love these cookies, and you will never know that these are gluten-free. This is gluten-free flour. You will never know they taste that good. And most of the time, I don't really like gluten-free flour because I just think it just tastes, has a funny taste to it. But you will never know these are that good. Okay, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Well, while I'm waiting, I guess the first batch always takes the longest. I mean, I put it for 8 and it's been 10 minutes and they're still not done. Just about, but not quite. I just wanted to ask everybody how you doing. How you doing? How's the weather? It's a nice day here. It's raining, which I actually enjoy because I stay in when it rains. I usually do, not all the time. And it's a great day. The only bad thing is I have to make dinner, which I'm gonna make some broccoli cheese soup, a nice comforting meal. But it'd be better if I didn't have to cook. But I mean, I love to cook, but you know, some days you just want off. But if I didn't cook, I'd have nothing to eat. So, so what are you guys making tonight? Yeah, you cooking? I always take Saturdays off. What is today? Friday. So tomorrow's my night off, so that's good. I don't cook. I try not to cook or clean on Saturdays. Like my husband will say, well, I'll just make dinner. That is not the point. The point is I don't want to have to cook or clean. So, but tonight I'm having a delicious soup. Nope, not yet. And so what are you guys having? What are you having? What are you making? Something comforting? Okay, I'll be back. Okay, they're not ready, but I don't know if you do this, but I always, usually halfway through, but not always actually, I turn the sheet pan around, the pan that the cookies are, and even when I do cakes or breads, I turn it around because I feel like the back of the oven is the hottest, so the front cookies are more pale than the back, so I switch it so it makes them even. If these cookies don't get done soon though, I'm ready to eat them. They're looking good. I'm just gonna say 1 more minute. I can wait that long. Okay, moment of truth. Oh yeah, looking good. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just want to eat one. Let me try and see if I can pick one up. Oh, it's not that hot. Well, it is hot. This is what they look like. And they're pretty, you know, plump. And I know that's not too brown, but to me that's a little brown. So I'm just gonna wait a second. No, I'm not. Well, I have to because they're so hot. I just wanna see this one. This one's got I see the big pecan in there, so. I know. I'll give you a piece. Oh my goodness. Yes. Aren't as chewy as they should be because I left them in about a minute too late, too long. Talking too much, I guess. These are still delicious though. So good. Well, the next batch I'm gonna make to bring it out on time. I kept checking and then I was too late. But it's still good. They're still delicious. I'm coming, buddy. I hope you make these. These are delicious. And like I said, excuse me. Like you won't even notice it's gluten-free. You can't tell. And they're nice and plump, but I just like them a little lighter than that. Oh, I was like, what's that red? That red thing? It's a pecan. But anyway, I hope you make them, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Before I go, I want to show you these on the pan, and then tell you what, The camera doesn't do them justice. They're not that dark. They are fabulous, and they make a ton. And you can make them and freeze them, which I do, because if I keep them out, I'm going to eat them. But this is how much is still left, and it's a ton. So you can either make them all and then freeze them all, or you can make some, freeze them, or just freeze the batter for another time if you want a quick cookie. But I hope you make them. They're so delicious. The Pioneer Woman really knows what she's doing. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and please give it a thumbs up. I'll see you soon.